Guys. Hey, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Let's get to some hellos. All right, there's Pam. Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? I need to check something first because I'm not. Okay, I did it. Heh. Um, and then there's Shirley Bain. Hi, sweetie. Barb Jarvie and Mama Winch. Michelle D. Hi, sweetie. And Tracy. Hi. And Sandy. Sorry, I got an itch. Mr. Cia White. It is so weird seeing green in my chat. It is weird. And Tracy Crochets and Cliff. Hey man, how are you doing? Denise Lee. Hi sweetie, how are you? And Jamie Marie. Hey, thank you for being here. And good old Tank. How are you doing? And there's Darcia. And Chance and Cindy. Hi sweetie, how are you? And of course, you know, the panda's here. So is Miss Spring. Yes, so please, if you can, leave your thumbs up. Leave your thumbs up. Thank you very much. Michelle M. Hey, man. Man. Oh, my gosh. Woo. Hey, ma'am. Don't know why that came out that way. And there's me, Mo D. Hi, Don P. The blanket you did with the alternating knit stitch and... Why is there a fly in my house? Alternating knit stitch and simple stitch is very, very pretty. I love the combination you did. And there's Carrie Peterson. Hi, how are you doing? And there's Oma Grandmama C. Hi, sweetie. She is like the sweetest of souls out there. I tell you, you know, if you do not know Miss C, you need to watch her show. She has her Sun Bunnies on Sundays, and then she has a Wednesday, just a chit chat really with, and she opens mail, and then Fridays is just knit and chat. That's really what it's relaxing. I love being over there. Same with Miss VJ. Like VJ show is just oh, and I'm happy VJ got over her 1K. Like she's been struggling for that, and I know we've all been trying to help her get there. She got there finally, and that is awesome. And Diana D, hi sweetie, how are you doing? Driving and listening. Okay, pay attention to that road. And there's Kimmy, hi sweetie, how are you doing? From the Crochet Cabin. And Shirley Bain, yay! And Jennifer Rivenberg, hi, how are you doing? Chris K, hey, how are you doing? Kelly Campbell, uh-oh, somebody just posted something. Okay. It was a Bag of Dane message. I was like, or notification. I'm sure you all saw that. It's like, uh-oh. And there's Shazam, hi. And I do hope you get to feeling better, Tank. I really do. And there's Jaden Sue. Hey, thank you for coming in. Thank you very much. Oh, my eye itches. I got a sty coming on, too. Yeah, that's annoying. And there's Zach. Hey, Zach, I'll be lurking as long as Wi-Fi cooperates. It's been... Oh, yeah, I saw your live where you dropped a few times. And there's Adventures with Beth. Hey, how are you doing, sweetie? Oh, ooh, Sugar Diamond. Hey, sweetie, how are you? So I know, like last week when I had Juan on here, and I mentioned trying to find that ice rainbow yarn that I've been wanting and wanting and wanting. It's hard to find because of the simple fact that it is always out of stock. Or if you go to eBay or Amazon, you know, they're wanting outrageous prices. And he's like, well, I'll send you some. He sent me some. Here's one package. That's 8. Here's the other package. That's 16. And here's the last package. And that's 24. That is going to be enough to do the shawl that I want. I'm going to do it first with the rainbow yarn, so that way the inclusivity rainbow yarn from Big Twist, so that way it helps me work it and figure out what to do, because I want to I got to work it up, it's still up here. And then there's a few others. And then he sent me a special gift inside of it. A Stanley cake. Look at that. That is just like so, it's wow. Tank my colors. Hey Veronica, how are you doing? So yeah, he sent me all that. So I'm going to be able to do the butterfly wing shawl that I have in my head twice. I want to work it up the first time, like I said, with that inclusivity, Big Twist inclusivity yarn of their living collection. And then I want to work it up with this, because this is what I've really been wanting. Because, sorry for the crinkles. Because this is what I've been wanting. I've been wanting that little bit of sheen. I want that little bit of halo. That's what I've been wanting for that um, butterfly shawl that I have in my head. Because I've been wanting to get that. And I've been doing some other stuff. I'm actually reluctantly becoming a multiple whip person right now. I've always been a monogamous whip. I just do one thing at a time, but with these tutorials and everything that's in my head, trying to keep going, there's just no way. There is no way. I am working on, I've done some tutorials, I've got those filmed, they're sitting off to the side, because Friday's after tomorrow, because tomorrow drops the dementia pattern that I made for dementia awareness in honor of my mother. So that drops tomorrow. Well, Fridays are going to be turned into tips, tricks, and item makes. So it could be one of the three. I'm going to teach how to increase and decrease in Tunisian, how to do Tunisian in the round. I'll do item makes. One of the item makes I'm working on right now is actually a beanie in the round. And I'm using the yarn that Dawn Aaron dyed for me in my colorway. And then I'm also working on a workup right now of a infinity scarf pattern that I'm working on in my head. And I'm using that as like a palette cleanser. So when I start getting other stuff is annoying me or something, I can put those down and then just pick that up, and it's palette cleanser. Because it's one of those that it's a 2/8 yarn. So it's thin, and I haven't worked with a 2/8 yarn in years. So it's kind of forcing me to pay attention and actually break out the magnifying glass at times so I can see what I'm doing, especially when it's in the dark blues right now. And it's from a Hobie cake. Let me see if I can show it without showing it. I'll just keep that down. It's in a Hobie cake. So I am working up an infinity scarf in that, and then I'll do the tutorial for the infinity scarf that I'm doing with the stitches combination that I'm doing in the Stanley, which is going to work out perfect now that I got that. So, and there's a lot going on. I've got the start of the watermelon market bag started. Like literally it's barely started. I just already put the beads on. So that's how started I got. It already know how wide I need to make it, how many chains. So at least that's a start to having multiple whips. I it drives me nuts, but I gotta do something, right? So let me get back to chat for a minute. There's Nana Michelle. Hi, sweetie. Darcia from, I want to say Bry's Crochet. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Bry's or BYZ. BRYZ. And there's Shannon. Hey, sweetie, how are you doing? All right. I'm trying to see if I missed anybody and missed anything. The butterfly shawl. Oh, there's Linda Conair. This 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 woman right here. She is already trying to put an open bid on the blanket that I made for Bag a Day. She is trying to already put that bid on there for 500 pounds, which, translates to over $600 US dollars. She's really trying to go for it. And thank you for that, though. And I can't wait till July 1st for that auction because I think that's going to be. I want to see like all the blankets. I want to see every blanket do well, and she breaks her goal with a lot of cushion. That's what I hope and pray for on this. And then there's Cecilia. How are you doing? And Carrie Peterson. How are you, sweetie? All right, trying to go through here. Now, I do have other things I'm going to be working on. Of course, y'all know that. A lot of this bamboo yarn that's sitting over here, the Lucky brand, it's going to be start being used, and since I let it out, and they're shipped. Hi, Shazam, and hi, Rachel. I'm going to be making a lot of BODS tutorials, and I'm going to be converting them to Tunisian, and she's given me the okay. I emailed her, I asked permission, and I have that email. She says you can convert anything I have to Tunisian, and I'm going to do that. It's going to be a while on blankets, though, because I am blanketed out after that big thing. Plus, they gave me tennis elbow, so this small stuff is like helping rest my elbow. So it's going to be a little bit. And then there's Crochet with Diana. Hi, how are you? Or Diane, how are you doing? But there's a few things, like the first few things I want to convert, and they're specific first things. I'm going to convert them to, and I'll be doing tutorials on them. But I want to package them up and send them to her. I'm going to be doing them in her measurements because I want her to have it. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And hi, Carol Olson. How are you doing? So I want to be able to give her the stuff that I have, the first two things that I converted. And I'm going to tell you, one of the first things is that duster that she came out with a couple weeks ago. I'm going to do that. And then, hi, Nessa. How are you doing? Thank you for being here, sweetie. Be safe driving, okay? And yes, please, if we can get those thummies, let's get some thummies up there, please. And there's other things I want to do too. I have my own bags. I have my own, what are they called? It's cardigans, but I'm actually calling them sweatergans because they're going to be a mix of a sweater and a cardigan, if that makes sense. It makes sense up here, so that's all that's where it makes sense. And of course, I'm going to be doing some shawls. I have a few in my mind that I want to do, and I have a few sketched out that I want to do. And I don't do anybody else's patterns. I make it all up and do it. I don't know. It's not that I want to do somebody else's patterns or not. It's just there's so much going on up here that the ideas, the colorways, everything is just it's just flowing. So I might as well just use what I'm creating in my head, figure out how to do it, and then do it. Instead of making doing somebody else's stuff. And your blanket for the bot auction are, oh, thank you so much. It took me 6 weeks, 12-hour days. Panda calls it the other woman. And there goes that fly. I don't know how he came in. It's cold outside too. How can you not want that blanket? I would buy in the pattern when they releases it as well. It's going to take a while to write that pattern. And like I said, I wanted to do it after the blanket's been bought and delivered to who has it, and give it a little bit of cushion time, and then write the pattern, because right now I want it to stay a one of a kind for just a little while longer. You know what I mean? I want it to, yeah, just stay one of a kind. Like most of my blankets are one of a kind. Well, all of them are. They're just one of a kind because what I do when I make a blanket for somebody, I think about that person. I think about their likes, their dislikes, their favorite colors, everything about them. And then I base the blanket on them. And that's what I've always done. So, and there's just, that's how I do it. Everything's usually a one of a kind. There are some things, whenever I do something one of a kind, I will not be making a tutorial on it, just simply because I want it to stay one of a kind. And that's going to usually be blankets, and I'm not, or Grafgans, and I'm not going to be doing blankets anytime soon. So there. Blankets aren't going to be on my channel for a while. Because of that, I am burnt out on a blanket right now. I've been doing blankets for, I don't know, 10 years. So I'm blanketed out. Very blanketed out. And again, like Pam is just saying, excited for Bod's auction, and Michael, your blanket is going to make big Bod dollar. Yeah, I'm hoping so for her, for the cause's sake, because I would love her to break her goal. And if we had the money, I'd be bidding on a few of those blankets that I saw too, because some of those blankets are just gorgeous. You know, that things I wouldn't have um, thought about to do. Period. And I know some of them are kits, but I'm not a kit person because I just can't do it. And then Cecilia, still have 3 Tunisian projects on the hook. I have list count how many other whips I lost count. Uh, I'm just not a multiple whip person. I'm trying to be, just because. D! Hey, sweetie! Oh my goodness! Thank you for being here. Thank you. Wow, sweetie. I hope you're finding some solace, and you and Mark are being lifted up. Thank you for being here. Um, and Arrow Lover, hi. How are you doing? And I saw something. Tunisian crochet is on my crochet bucket list. Like, I just took the dive. Just take the dive, and it's going to happen. You're going to either like it or not. My channel is not here to convince you to do Tunisian. My channel is here to show you there's easier ways about it. We can all get to the same shore, even though we are paddling different boats, if that made sense. And Thrifty, I want to offer my condolences to your mother. I know how that feels. I lost mine at the beginning of this month, so I know what you're going through. So please take mine and Panda's condolences, and we'll keep you in our thoughts. And D, same for you and Mark. Alrighty. Let's get to some more chats here. And yes, the new, and every week I'm going to be changing this. And if you know what TFS is, it's a stitch. It's all going to be stitches. And this means Tunisian full stitch. And it's all going to be changing. Every week it's going to be a different stitch. Hello at the other woman. Yeah, that's what Panda called it, the other woman. And let's see. We can make any of the tutorial stitches to make blankets until you're ready. Oh, thank you. Yes. It's just like I said, the elbow still hurts. Every now and then, I where I don't even know where it's at right now. Oh, I use the tennis elbow wrap thing, and then I've also sprayed it with biofreeze whenever it starts acting up. But I'm getting to where like that blanket was just so huge. That's what gave it to me. I've never had a blanket give me tennis elbow until that one. And Arrow Lover, I can't wait for her auction either. Wish I could bid, but I know everything will be way out of my range. But that's awesome. All the more for her rescue place of choice. Exactly. Exactly. And the older I get, the quicker I want to complete, so I don't ever not get done. Yes, I totally understand that. Like I've got yarn out the wazoo, and there's so many ideas up here. I have to write them down, otherwise I lose half the ideas. So I constantly have ideas, and like my list for it's kind of that's my list for Friday's tutorials, and it keeps growing. But I have those. That's just what I picked off of what I have put on a spreadsheet, so I can get those off the spreadsheet. They're here, and I'm making my way down the list. So there's a lot, and there's like another 100 plus pages on there. So I totally understand, sweetie. I totally get you. I understand, D. You got to take your time. I know. Like from the yarning community was there for me. We're here for you. Same goes for you, Rachel, Thrifty Crocheter. And there's Quilty Crocheter. Hey, sweetie, how are you doing? And then I hear you, Michael. I have to do an envelope border on a baby blanket, and I've never done an envelope border before. I've done a lot of borders. There's just there's a few borders you could do in Tunisian. And I'm going to be teaching those too. There is their version of a picot. There is a show. There's several different versions of what's out there, and then just somehow I've created that I'm going to do. There's some other stuff that I'm going to be doing. There's just a lot. I've got so much planned, just not enough time. And I don't know how Bod gets 3 to 5 hours of sleep and then keeps just going and going and going and going and going and going. I wish I had that energy. Oh my gosh, do I wish I had that energy. I could take a Red Bull or I can drink a Monster. Does nothing to me. I get no energy from it. If anything, it makes me sleepy. So I don't know. But I don't get a lot of sleep anyway. But I would love just to have that energy that she has to be putting out so many tutorials. I know people think Tunisian is fast, but it's not. I'm going to show you. I mean, you're not going to be able to see the stitches because it's dark right now, but this is that 2-weight, okay? Can you guess how many rows is on here? 5. 5 rows are on there. So it doesn't work up fast. Or, I don't even have anything laying around. All my swatches are on the boards. I've already got the swatches put away. I have these cork boards behind me that has all the swatches. Like there's my swatches, and then there's an item to make tutorials, swatches, whatever I've done. I pin them so that way I know they're done. But Tunisian does take a while to build up because I don't know why people think it's faster, but it's really not. It is easy, but it isn't faster. And then I did Tony's 15-minute tutorial, and I did it the whole thing, but I made more rows, and it took me like almost 2 hours. So I need to learn better. Well, that's why I like Tony TL Yarncraft. She's a great teacher. She's a great designer. And then you also have Nastasia Donna Wolf. She's a great designer and a great teacher. But there's things that I felt was missing with tutorials. That's why I make my tutorials, every single one of them, user friendly. Technically the Alpine stitch that came out this week, that stitch is technically intermediate, beginning and intermediate. It's on the low end intermediate, but I made it beginner friendly. The Star Stitch, which will be coming out in 2 weeks, the Star Stitch is intermediate, beginner. I'd say, let's say the screen here is the bar of intermediate. It's more like right about here, and this being beginner intermediate. So it's there. So, but I make it beginner friendly, and then I've got a bunch of just other stitches. Like a lot of people don't know how to do ribbing. There is so many different stitches you can use for ribbing in Tunisian that I literally did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, let me read the bottom of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 videos of ribbing. That's how many different ribbings you got in Tunisian. So, there's a lot. I'm going to try to keep on going. And yes, if you can check out Nessa, please check out Nessa. Her link dropped a little bit ago. I'm going to add her into my rotation of links because Nessa's awesome. She's very awesome. Kimmy and Barb, great supporters. Linda, you are brave. Oh. So I'm trying to get through the chat a little bit and keep on going down. But yes, thank y'all for being here tonight. I know somebody else has gone live, and I want to thank y'all for being here and watching me. It really does it does mean a lot to us. And Zach, I understand. I totally get it. Wi-Fi can be a pain sometime. And so yeah. What? Da 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 da. Okay. Um and hey Miguel, how are you doing? And Sherry knows. Hi sweetie. But there's just so much going on. And remember, as soon as we hit the end of this live in 30 minutes, we're going to be redirected straight to Spring for her hour. And then after that, we're all going to be on Spring's channel for the recap. I am trying to... There's just... Like, there's so much. I mean, if y'all saw the yarn that I have... One, it's all Big Twist, because that's just me. Except for this stuff over here. Well, that's the Lucky brand, and then below it is a bunch of other stuff. And then behind there is stuff I use on my tutorials. Because, you got to have certain colors that show up well on the camera. Otherwise, you can't use certain colors because they just don't show up. Be safe, Nessa. Be very safe. and all that stuff. So, but there's also like I want to do. Panda gave me a really good idea a couple weeks ago. A cloak in Tunisian. I have the yarns. I have the buttons. And I'll show you the buttons I plan on using for it. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Don't ask me why I was saying it like that. But these are the buttons I plan on using on it. So that one is going to take a little while to actually work up. Oh my gosh, D! Sweetie! Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Ooh-wee. I didn't do this to get money, but man. Woo, okay. Yes, Sherry, it's going to be July 1st at 7 p.m. Central Time on Bod's channel. And, so yeah, if we can all watch that, it'll be greatly just watch it for her. It'll help with everything. And hey, Bonnie, how are you doing? Oh, okay. Now I get it. I'm that far. How far behind am I? 5:30? I'm not too far. Hey, Steve, how are you doing? Thank you for being here. Yeah, I did miss you. I'm sorry. I've I've tried to I don't want to get 20, 30 minutes behind on chat. And thank you. Um but yes, there's just so much in the work. And then I want to do D's hippy dippy tote bag in Tunisian. I have plenty of cotton for it. So it's going to be very hippy dippy because it's all mixed match. So it's going to be very hippy dippy. And I have plenty of really cool buttons that I want to put on it. So I want to do that. And okay, Sherry, I see that on my other screen. Yes. July 1st is also Canadian Day. So there's that. I got to play something for you, D. And then we also have to play something for Don Aaron. So let's hear the one for Don Aaron first. And this is for D. And before I forget, this is for my lurkers. Thank you for being here, everybody. You all make me a proud person. I don't even know if that's even coming out how I want to say it, but you all make me feel like I'm doing what I meant to do. So D. Oh my goodness. I try, I try. I never thought a tutorial to channel could do this. You guys are phenomenal. Okay, sorry. I had to Press something to collect myself for a minute. I'm sorry. And thank you all. Thank you again, Dee, for joining. Also, if you ever, what I'm doing for the members right now is whatever tutorial comes out Friday, they get it on Tuesday. That's one thing I can offer. There's not a lot that I have that I could offer. And Shannon, Art Junkie, I believe. Let me double check. Yep, it is. It is into my. It is in my description. Um, but there's going to be more coming down the pike for that aspect. So yeah, and Tank, what's on my closet door? Those are actually hooks because I don't have a mannequin. I don't have a mannequin, so those are actually hooks that I'm going to be placing my item makes on to have them displayed for during my live. Like, we're going to start making sweaters and all that stuff. So I wanted something that I could actually just display that stuff without having to have a mannequin. Since I don't have one and I can't find one I like. So that's what those are. And Delia B, hey sweetie. And thank you, Sandy. Thank you so much. I mean, I'm me. That's who I am. So, I'm me. It's something, yeah, it's just that. That's what it is. Because I just don't have, I mean, like everybody who does YouTube, we all have a spot in our rooms that won't get seen because there's clutter there, and this is clutter yarn down here. I mean, you can see some of it, right? Well, if I can do my fingers right there, but that's about all you're gonna see. Because and I don't, yeah, that's my clutter spot. So I don't really have a space for that type of stuff. So I was like, just use the over the door hangers and hang my when I make the sweaters or make the jackets or make whatever. I can just hang it up there. And I've got what are they called? Doils, long wooden one. I put up there and hang something big across it. And wow, thank you, Shannon. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, Kimmy, person. It's no wonder you were so. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, man, I gotta play these, or I'm gonna tear up. Thank you guys so much. I just saw something. Where did it go? My chat just jumped. There it is. I use a panda bear mannequin. Oh my goodness. Oh my. Yes, and thank you guys so much for joining in the super chats. Like I said, I didn't do this to for money, and I appreciate that. The only reason I went monetized was because there's some things that's going to be advanced that I can make members only for now, and then eventually, whenever I start working my way past into the more advanced stitches, then I can just release it, or vice versa, or a few other stuff. Plus, it's just I don't know. It just felt like it was something that I should do, if that makes sense. I don't know if any of that makes sense. And so that's one reason I went. And she's thinking about getting a mannequin that hangs from the ceiling. But there's I do have some shawls in the works. It's going to take, oh my gosh, those shawls. It's one for every planet. Now we know. I know we talked about this last week. I know some of y'all still consider Pluto a planet. I do too. So technically, I have there's 8, 9, 10 shawls in development, and they're going to be color themed and stitch themed for each one, starting with the sun first, working our way out. And they're going to be Tunisian crochet alongs, one a quarter or one every 3 months. And so that's a couple years worth of stuff, just so you know. There's more than a couple years worth of stuff because I can convert all of Bag of Day stuff, she said. So, Michael, maybe we can get a real panda dance from Tony. I do know his back is killing him. I do know that. We had to put his TENS unit on him last night. I think Michael could feel him. That would be awesome. We do have a green screen. So what I could do, there you go, Panda. Think about the green screen. Oh, thank you. See, in that's why I left it at 199, just so anybody can join. And I'm not going to change levels. I'm not going to do any of that stuff. It's just going to stay at $1.99. And I'm going to give some perks to members. I'm working on that aspect of. Oh my gosh, I can't see those. I can't see those. Sorry, I got the live playing on another screen, and I just saw things come up, and it's going to make me tear up. Ooh. Why is there two? Why is it just? I don't know. Wow. That's weird. Tracy, thank you for teaching us crochet Tunisian. Thank you. Thank you all for watching. Like I said last week, I know for sure for me, I have a tutorial voice, and then I have this voice. Like, my tutorial voice is going to be more simple. It's going to be more relaxing, and it's going to be more, because I want people to not be stressed while they're watching Tunisian, because Tunisian is already stressful as it is. People are already overwhelmed. They're already questioning themselves if that's what they really want to do. So I try to make it more calming. And thank you, Tracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like, I don't get the shawls, but like with Tunisian, like the ideas that I had is most of the shawls that I'm going to be doing are going to be either, well, the space themed. It's just something that I have been wanting to do for a while. And when I mean why, I mean a couple years, is do space themed shawls. Then there's a couple wraps that I want to do, because I want to show what is possible in Tunisian. Not only I'm not going to be doing just shawls. I'm going to be doing tops. I'm going to be doing cardigans. I will never do pants, because I think that's one thing that should be off limits from Liard. I will never do underwear. And I will never do. No, I think that's about it. But I have hats planned, bags planned. Like I said, tops, cardigans, gloves, fingerless gloves, socks. You name it. There's a lot. And I don't think you want to have Tunisian swim trunks, Marianne. Uh, but I need to get down to the bottom down here because there's this one that I saw that, man, Michael, you're great. You look so much like my dad when he was young. It makes me smile when I see. Oh, thank you, Mama Rit. Thank you so much. Okay, I got two to play because we got a newbie, Tunisian artista. And then, sorry, Fly. This goes out to everybody who's given me super chats, plus Tracy and Mama Riz. So, Elizabeth, thank you. And Tracy, thank you. Everybody, D, oh my gosh. And Don Aaron gifting, D becoming a member, Art Shannon becoming a member, Kimmy. Gosh, you guys are just, whoa. Keep it together, Michael. Keep it together. And then Jansen. Okay, I need a Sand Panda defense. He in Texas. He needs to leave his fur to the winter. Yes. And I totally get that, Rachel. I totally understand. Sorry, that flag just keeps bugging me. I totally understand it. It's hard to choose who you want it to be. There's some people that rotate memberships that they'll do 1 or 2 months with one channel and another 1 or 2 months with another channel, so forth, so on. And that's how people do it. And yes, can we get some thummies? I don't know what we're sitting at. We're just refreshing. Yes, if y'all don't mind, please. And there's just a lot, and I know. And then what Darcia is saying, shawls work great as blankets, so they are multi-use items. Well, it's one of those that there's going to be some wraps I'm going to be doing, some shrugs, and I guess they call them shrugs. Yeah, they're shrugs. There's a couple of shrugs I have designed in my head. I tried to make one come out a couple of weeks ago or about a month ago that I still got work to do for my design to make it work. Plus, I was also building up using the metal hooks, testing those out with it too. So it's one of those that it's just gotta still work at it. There's quite a few things that I have in my head that I still gotta work with. Okay, let's see. Sorry, I just got something. Katrina, guess you got since a super chat, but YouTube's not showing you did, but your bank statement is. So I'll play the song here in a moment again before you go. Well, and that's another thing there is some of the stuff like I've already seen what's coming to me from spring once spring gets it. And that way I've already started playing with what I want to do with it because I got to make two, one for spring and one for Dawn Aaron, and I already know the design that I'm coming up with in my head, and it's going to look really cool. But I got to be able to make two of them. Crochet G-string. Ha! That's just a chain, isn't it? And there's Miss Sunita. Hi, Sunita. Thank you for being here, sweetie. I know you're probably tired from your long day yesterday. And then there's Jennifer Rivenberg. Hi, sweetie. How are you doing? Tracy Crochets. My mom is in ICU recover from septic shock. We'll lift her up, sweetie. And there it is. $20, sweetie? Oh my God. Oh wow. Ooh, sorry, I'm losing words. And Carol Olsen, I do Tunisian. I love Tunisian. I've been doing it for 11 years. I love it. 12 now. I mean, it's just I need to play this for one more super chat. I'm sorry. Sorry, give me a second to collect myself. I'm sorry. I just can't believe all this. It's just me. It's just I never expected. So thank you all. Thank you so much. Um ooh. And then I wrote instructions for my yarn cozy, and I don't like writing patterns. So I fudge my own makes if I screw up the stitches, but I had to make one and work with the stitches and rewrite. Well, and that's the other thing. I'm gonna have to make all this stuff into patterns because I know some people do better with written versus video, and I get it, but I don't want to have them in that grid pattern because the symbols aren't, what's the word I'm looking for? Um, Universal in Tunisian. They're as with where they are in regular crochet, like Tunisian symbols. Like you can have the one symbol for Tunisian simple stitch. It can be one way, but then you go to another book, it's a different way, and you go to another creator, it's a different way. They're not universal. So trying to break everything down into the way I teach, that's the hard part. Or Panda says it's the easy part, but it's the hard part to me. And I see Katrina and Gammy, thank you both. Katrina for gifting 5, Darcia White, Carrie Peterson, Quilty Crocheter, Elizabeth Aaron Crochet, and Bonnie. Oh my gosh. And thank you all. Yeah, Tank, it's not on fan funding, so maybe it's something on YouTube just watching. I don't know. And yes, Tracy, I hope your mom will be okay. Man, I know. Shoo. Yes, Katrina. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Everybody, just everybody. Oh my gosh. Yes, Sherry, we're excited to see the cozy pattern you did. I'm excited. I know everybody is, but man, yes. Uh, Diana D, I believe yours came. I can't tell now because I refreshed my page, but I believe so. Yes. Okay, we're almost there. And there you go. What Tank is saying, Katrina. So I don't know. I personally don't know. This is all new to me. I'm still trying to figure that. And Jennifer, yes, I saw you, but I'm not. I'm only having certain people ever come on my live. I'm in the works for other people. So, um, I other creators. So there's a lot of chat going on to work with other creators to bring them up on mine and expose y'all to them and get y'all to know them. And hi, Mork and Mandy, sorry. I was thinking a TV show for some reason. And Elizabeth, Mama Riz, I totally understand. I know, you know, you being here is enough. You know what Donna and Katrina, everybody who's gifted memberships and gifted money, like that's beyond what I could ever hope for. And every time that happens, I don't know, I get teary eyed just because I did never thought this would happen. Even D's creative hand becoming a member, you know, and and the super chats, they just wow me to you just don't know. I wish I could tell y'all how I feel. And that and Sherry knows it is hard to figure out how to do memberships on iPhone and iPad. But that's why in a video description I took a page from Art Junkie, Shannon, and added it to the description so that way it's always there. I've done that so many times. It's ridiculous. Cliff. And thank you, Diana. I'm me. What you see here is what you get. That's how I am. Also, one thing I'm going to be doing, I don't know. I'm going to be making what this. I'm calling it the crown of kindness. It is going to be a Tunisian beanie. It's going to have a crown, hence the name. It's also going to be worked up a little bit of rainbowish in there. So I'll be working on that here soon. And I do have a Discord where you could share your work because I screwed up on my Facebook. So my Facebook is a business page and not a fan page, and I'm not going to recreate all that stuff. And so I have a Discord where you can share your likes or your makes, your whips. You can also share your channel. And we also do a stitch and flicks every now and then. Those will be put out on Panda will put it out on his community tab, and I'll share it so that way we could get it going. And Discord's just a free app, a little chat app. You can do voice, you can do text, you can share makes and everything. And hey, hi Kim, and helps us stay connected when we don't feel like being on YouTube. Talk to our friends. So that just, another avenue. I don't really like being on Facebook all that much, and going through the hassle of converting my page to a group versus from a business, it's a lot of hassle. A lot of stuff I have to still go through with Facebook to be able to do that. So yeah. And I haven't heard anything on Zoila Tank. I have prayed to God her son is doing well. Let's pray. But with that all being said, I want to thank you all for being here. I want to thank you all, the special people that follow me and just help me continue my dream of teaching Tunisian an easy way. And I want to thank those who have gifted memberships today, as well as those who have gifted money, super chats. I never thought this would happen. Hi Jen, hi Spoon. We're about to head out over to Springs, so if you just hang tight, The bus will drive you over to Springs, and I will see you there. And thank you, thank you, thank you all for being here. Y'all have a good night and keep stitching.